In a small village market lived Finn the baker. Finn was young, but his breads were already well known in the village. He spent all his time training and baking, kneading dough from dawn to dusk. He never refused an order no matter how late. He was always ready to sell his bread to his customers. Then one day, an old lady named Clara came to the village. Just like Flynn, she was also a baker. Her breads were legendary and famous all over towns and villages. Finn, eager to prove he's better than Clara, challenged her to a baking competition. The person who baked the most delicious bread would be the better baker. Clara agreed. That day, Finn worked even more tirelessly. He opened his stall from 5 in the morning and he baked all day. He made the bread bigger. He even gave out free samples to win favor. Clara, on the other hand, kept her stall closed. She baked in private. She didn't offer any bread samples to taste, and her stall only opened in the evening. Finn looked at this and thought he was doing so much more than Clara, so he was confident he would win. When the day was over, the people of the village had to pick a winner. They tasted both breads. Finn's loaf was hearty, full, and familiar, but Clara's bread felt amazing. It had a crisp crust. It was tender and delicious. It was something they've never tasted before. The village folk, craving Sarah's rare bread, crowned her winner. Finn was stunned and surprised. I worked the entire day. My bread was bigger. People ate my bread a lot more than yours. But how did you beat me? Clara smiled and said, your bread is good, equally as good as mine. But you gave too much of it away too easily. You baked all day, handed out samples, stretched yourself thin trying to please everyone. You gave your best to people who weren't even hungry. And in doing so, you taught them that your bread would always be there, even if they didn't value it. You baked the whole day trying to prove you're enough. I baked it remembering that I already am enough. And that's why my people valued my bread more than yours. Just like Finn, some of us are doing too much for people who don't even value our efforts. We try so hard to convince them that we're valuable, but all it does is make them take us for granted even more. And then we wonder why no one stays, why no one values us, why we feel exhausted when we're surrounded by people. It's because we've taught the world that we don't need rest, that we don't need appreciation, that we will always show up no matter what. But here's what no one tells you. Constant availability is a performance, and every performance needs an audience. When the audience leaves, you're left with nothing but silence. Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But who are you? When you're always trying to be what others want, you rush to fix things that weren't even your responsibility. Not because you want to, but because you're afraid that if you stop, they'll leave. That if you stop giving, you'll be forgotten. And so like Finn, you overextend. You give the best parts of yourself to people who weren't even hungry. And in return, you get crumbs. This is the psychic energy drain that Jung warned us about. Every time you react out of fear, out of guilt, out of need to be chosen, you spend energy that could have been used to build you. So stop putting yourself in the discount section. Value yourself and charge premium prices for people to access your energy. Because trust me, the people who genuinely want to be with you, they'll stay. You don't have to be cold. You just have to be conscious. You don't have to withdraw from everyone, but you do have to stop betraying yourself just to stay close to them. Because here's the truth. If your presence is taken for granted, your absence will teach them more than your words ever could. So take a step back, rest, reclaim your silence, protect your bread, because the ones who truly see you won't need you to exhaust yourself to prove your worth. They'll taste your presence and honor it, just like the villagers did with Clara. And that's the difference between consumed and being remembered. And if you know that you want to heal yourself from the past trauma that you've been through or get clarity in your relationships, then just click on the link in the caption below and you'll be able to apply for one of free 5 calls with me, where you can see your healing path and what's possible for you, and I may invite you to a training or to a coaching program. I look forward to meeting you.